I'm just going to show you a similar setup, same size, but I have water in that airspace. This is meant to act as a cooling device for the reactor, but it doesn't seem to cool that much. As you can see here, it's 115 degrees, outputting 215 redstone flux per tick. If we go back over to this one, we can see 116 degrees and 217, so there's not that much difference. I think this may come in handy with the bigger reactors, although this has been on the whole time. It's got 12 fuel rods and it hasn't gone above 1600 degrees, and it's fairly stable there at 3100 redstone flux per tick. So with that being said, let's move on to the automation and logic that you can get with these reactors. So if you place a RedNet port into your reactor design, you can interact with the reactor with MFR RedNet controllers. As you can see here, the possibilities are quite endless. To give a colour a job, so to speak, just choose one of these logics here and just drag and drop the icon into the colour for MFR. You also have, sorry, that's RedNet again, computercraft control with the advanced computers and such, which is a little bit over my head, but it's there if you know how to use it. And this simple redstone control, which is the same kind of setup as the MFR. Quite a few logic setups that you can have. Like for instance here, you can tell it that while it's above, say, 60 degrees, emit a redstone signal. And if I just get a block here, some redstone. If we check the temperature quickly, would be handy if it was on. So let's wait for that temperature to go up, and when it hits 60, that should turn on. There we go. And then you can have that connected to another redstone port, and have that set to toggle the reactor on and off, which is quite handy for overheating. I'm going to leave that running for now. So now I'm going to move on to the reprocessing of the waste that these reactors produce. Let's see if we have any in here. We do not. So what will come out as a waste product is cyanite ingots. With these, you can use them in a, I think it's reprocessing, cyanite reprocessor. Simply supply it power and some water, and place your cyanite in the left here, and it will reprocess into plutonium. Now you can see here this input slot is marked red, and you can control the input just like thermal expansion, and the output is green. The input for water is blue, and that's it. As you can see, they auto eject into this chest. And these can be used as fuel also. If I have an empty reactor somewhere, Probably not. So yeah, let me just demonstrate that you don't need to leave a space. The controller, that's the multi-block complete, and we'll give it a, where's it gone, access port to input our fuel, put in the plutonium. Let's put some reactor glass just to see. Oh, it is still yellow. I thought it might go blue. Yeah, there we go. Now I've got some of these reactors with no airspace here. You can see the temperatures are quite stable. I mean, it's quite a nice design, this one. That's 4 rods in a row. There's that cross one I showed you earlier. So yeah, this mod really allows you to get creative with the design. There's quite a big reactor here, producing quite a lot of power. Another big reactor, but with water to cool it, which doesn't really make that much of a difference, in my opinion. Well, through testing, it's not an opinion. So we have 13 rods here, 2,400 redstone, and almost 1,400 degrees. 12 rods here, hotter reactor, and just a touch more power. But these rods are taller than these. So maybe the water is better used for the bigger reactors. And I think that about covers it. There'll be a link in the description below to the download page. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again next time.